And welcome back, everybody. It's Movies and Beyond. We're here, we're back, we let you down, we've been gone a while. Sorry. But
I'm not.
we can explain. We both tragically died. And then got resurrected. Anyway, Kyle's showing his hot toys off.
Yeah, I had a very ugly display back there. But I've managed to configure.
Yes. My bed.
So my display is. I see why you get confused by it all the time. But no, my display is going to be in our shops now, thankfully. And we're shooting a little bit earlier today, obviously due to sunlight in England. We have light.
Yeah,
so
we get power from the sun.
We are so primitive and poor.
Yes. Anyway, I couldn't let Kyle show his hot toys off and not show the new additions to my collection.
No one gives a fuck. I've had that for past a year.
Alright, mate, but you ain't got this, have you? You ain't got this one.
Yeah, but you haven't got a needler.
Mate, I'll needle your mum. And I do mean heroin.
That's depressing.
Oh, but hell yeah. Yeah. We got cable in the house. And this has made me realise I have got just as many Josh Brolins as I do Chris Evans. I've got 2 Thanoses.
Oh, shit, yeah.
And 3 Chris Evans Captain Americas.
Fucking hell, yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, got a bit of a Josh Brolin thing going on. Anyway, let's get into our first topic. Because that's what we're here to do. You clicked on this video, you want to hear us talk about this thing right here. James Gunn has been getting, like he always does, he's been getting a little bit of shit from the DC fans. The DCU fans, the Snyder fans.
You know what? I just want to say this is it feels like whenever someone from Marvel or DC speaks about anything about their product, because at the end of the day it is a product, it is a thing they produce and make, people just shit on it. It's like, if you're gonna, we've had people comment on our videos before and it's like, listen mate, shut the fuck up, I do not care. I know that puts a smile on your face, Callum, because it's true. It's like you're just complaining for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Like you are not forced to go and see these things. You are not forced to go and do this. You may like the comic, you may like the movie.
I think with the DCU, a lot of people think it James Gunn's DC universe replaced Snyder's. Snyder's wasn't going anywhere. I love the Snyder Cut. I love Zack Snyder. I love Man of Steel.
Yeah.
Snyder's universe wasn't going anywhere. He wasn't really going to come back to DC. He wasn't going to do Justice League Part 2. He did the Snyder Cut as a sort of goodbye.
Yeah, I mean, it was something that they put out. Obviously, it was easy enough. Essentially, it was just something that's never done before, and it was successful. It worked, But everything was pointing towards this isn't going to work. But anyways, back to James Gunn.
Yeah, so people thought that James Gunn, which this is why he says, I don't quite understand how that fits. People thought James Gunn fired Henry Cavill round when the Suicide Squad came out, his Suicide Squad film. Because Nathan Fillion's come out,
a good one,
and he said, which he got it wrong in his quote, he said, "Oh, they told me I was going to be Guy Gardner at the Suicide Squad premiere party. That's not true. It's the Guardians of the Galaxy premiere party." At that time, he wasn't in control of DC. He didn't want to be in control of DC. He didn't want to do all the exec stuff. But then they came to him. Peter Safran sat down. Peter Safran's going to do all the business stuff. James is going to do all the creative stuff. Great. I'll do this then. James has said as well, it was always his intention for his Superman to be a reboot. So the fact that Henry Cavill is gone, which I love Henry Cavill as Superman. A lot of people are going to think I'm hating on Henry Cavill as Superman.
Yeah, I
love...
just got to say this. Callum's a massive fan of Man of Steel. I quite enjoy Man of Steel. I think it's pretty good. But Callum is just one of those guys who's like, oh my God, this is great. And this is coming from someone who, I grew up with Callum, and I've never really hear him mention Superman once. But with Man of Steel, it's just like, holy shit, like, I can tell you really enjoy this film. And I do too,
Yeah.
I'm quite casual on the DC, fandom. So on my side, it's kind of like, fucking hell, this is a pretty good start for the DC universe. It just kind of went a bit rickety-rockety and a little bit downhill.
But yeah, are you surprised that this far on, we've got Superman in production now? It's coming out next year. We're nearly a year away from it. Are you surprised that this far on people are still thinking James Gunn conspired to kick Henry Cavill out of...
People need to shut the fuck up. That's it. You know me, Callum. If you've watched our show, if you're a fan of our show, thank you. We love you, but you're on our side, essentially. But we're not on any side. We're on just sort of like...
I'm on the side of entertainment.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's like, if you want to comment and say like, oh, I don't think this person fits this character for such and such, give us a reason. Yeah. I'm down for that. I am fine with that. But if you're just going to be like, oh, because this person doesn't like this person in the comic, or this person has not the personality for it because of his previous, or she's, her previous films, shut the fuck up. Like, seriously, just stop, because at the end of the day, you are not putting anything forward there that's, logical or relevant. So, it's like when Tom Holland became Spider-Man. Everyone was like, oh, he can't play it. He looks like he's got a frog in his mouth, and he's British. And it's like,
yeah.
Andrew fucking Garfield was British, and then when No Way Home came out, everyone
the thing with
was like,
Garfield
oh my
was
God.
he got away with it. It's dual citizenship. He grew up in both. But he's definitely more British. We'll take him. We'll take him.
But the people that we're talking about don't know that. They don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
And when it comes to it, like, they'll just run to the comments, they'll comment what they want, and, when you give them a bit of logic, they'll just shit on it with a stupid, it's like they'll, as we've had before, they'll insult us. You in particular, but...
yeah, me in particular.
But at the end of the day, like, I'm it comes down to that famous old quote that we've said, in Kevin Feige with the MCU, in Kevin Feige we trust, with James Gunn we trust.
Yeah, no, I have 100% faith in James Gunn doing his Superman film, because every DC project he's done, I have thought is at least amazing.
Yeah, and you need to be very careful on that spectrum of like, or because of
different
like,
tones.
With the Flash. Yeah, with the Flash though, I know James Gunn had some comments on it, say it was like one of the best movies or something along the lines that he said.
I kind of think he had to say that.
Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, it's like if you were in that sort of situation, you would want to push that movie.
Yeah, because let's not play silly. Let's not play silly buggers here. If the Flash was financially successful, Blue Beetle were financially successful, and Aquaman were financially successful, which Aquaman kinda was. It did all right for itself.
Well, I mean, for you, it wasn't, theoretically successful.
Yeah, fire alarm went off halfway through.
The fucking fire... mate, I wish I were there. Yeah. I would have documented that shit.
Yeah. But, yeah. Kevin Feige said it best. We keep talking about Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige said it best when there was like, what about the rivalry between DC and Marvel? He was like, there is no rivalry. If DC puts out a really good comic book film, guess what? All them people are going to be lining up to see the next comic book film. So if these films would have done well financially and been successful, it would have put DC on a higher, thing of like, DC films are good. They're going to have a bit of a mountain to climb now. for Superman. I don't expect Superman. I keep trying to say Superman. Like I say, I don't expect Superman to do amazing numbers at the box office because they're gonna have to win back some audience. I'm gonna say 600 million max, but
Potentially. I mean, the thing is though, we've had a bit of a dry year. Obviously, with Marvel only releasing one film, Deadpool and Wolverine, so it's got that. It's got that sort of like, oh, I fancy something a bit comic booky. So maybe it might climb the numbers a bit better.
yeah,
From what we expect. Because I'm with you on that. I think it will not. It won't crack 800 mil. But I've got this.
I'd love
something
to
in the
be
back of my
proven wrong
head.
though. I'd love to be proven wrong.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, it's really daft that we have to sort of fight the fans in a essential way. It's like listen, they are doing these movies, they want to do them correctly, and you're complaining about it still. Look at the shit we got in the past, and they've corrected that. Do you know what I mean? Like for example, look at Green Lantern. I know, like, all jokes aside, the film. I've tried to watch it. The film is not that good, despite having Ryan Reynolds as the lead role, and obviously despite having Taika Waititi in the film and things like that. But you look at what they are planning ahead for this. They are really planning. It's like with the MCU when that first started. It's like, they plan these things ahead of time.
Yeah.
It's like with obviously we're not going to talk about it today, but the reshoots for Deadpool and Wolverine, it's all planned. They need to plan these stuff.
These are Falcon and fucking Captain America Brave New World reshoots, Daredevil reshoots, like pretty much reshooting most of it.
It's planned ahead.
Marvel always books time in for reshoots because they'd rather have it, because if they can go in and make one thing just a little bit better, it's like, oh, it'd be good if we could add that, it'd be good if we could add that. They've got that time now, and you find a lot of studios do that now. They book that time in already.
Yeah, because it's with anything. It's literally with any sort of industry that you look into. One of the biggest gaming is the biggest industry for money making, and it's constantly changing. Like, you may look at it as like, oh, it's nothing, but it is genuinely constantly changing. They're getting more shows and movies and adaptations. They're getting more investments and things like that. It's a big industry, and it's the same with movies. Movies have a big industry, and it's constantly changing.
Yeah. And
if you can't get on board with that, then you really don't understand how the world works, really. So if that's the reality of it. That is reality. It's like,
yeah, no, definitely
going a bit deep there, but just so you guys can get on the same wavelength as us. Yeah, you should have heard what I said to him when I was talking about a topic with him. It was a very disgusting comment. I found it quite disgusting.
Hell yeah, we love disgusting comments. Anyway, leave James Gunn alone. Let him cook in the kitchen with Superman. I think he's going to be doing a good job. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if we're here 2 months before Superman comes out, they're going into reshoots, because this is a man who's learned from Kevin Feige in regards to stuff like that. So he's probably already got that nailed down as well.
You might find a video later on where we talk about a topic. Literally, the topic's going to be like 2 minutes long. It's like, they've planned this.
We said this.
Yeah. Stop complaining.
Yeah. Right, let's get on to next one. Chris Hemsworth.
Marvel. A very Marvel DC video today,
yeah.
I must say.
Chris Hemsworth, he's sorry for Fall of and Thunder. He said he feels like he owes us one more Thor movie. And you can read it down there. He got caught up in the improv and the wackiness. Chris Hemsworth, you don't have to apologise to us. He was giving us what he truly thought the fans wanted. Look at the reception to Thor Ragnarok. Look at Taika seeing the reception to Thor Ragnarok, and everyone's going, this is the best Thor film, this is how Thor should be done. The comedic Thor in Infinity War, somewhat comedic, with the serious as well. People love that as well. The kind of was like, in Endgame was like, alright, maybe they've gone a bit too far. But still, people loved Thor for comedy. That's what it looks like people love for. Thor. Thor. Thor is for Love and Thunder.
Now, full discretion. We love
Disclosure.
Thor as a character. We love Thor 3, Thor Ragnarok.
Shall I go get my...
No, sit down. Because when you go back to sit on your seat, Callum, it will fall. Just like the numbers for Thor. No,
It did alright financially, actually, Love and Thunder.
It did, yeah, it did pretty good. So, obviously, you know, coming from our point of view, we love the MCU, but we can be real about it, we can point it out. We're not one of these people where we sort of, like, jump on the bandwagon and say, like, oh, you know, Endgame was a terrible film because all that mattered was, you know, it's like No Way Home, for example, Spider-Man No Way Home. That film was just literally hype and, you know, that's it.
Yeah, no, it's alright, because in two more years, you'll be allowed to like No Way Home again. So just wait and you'll be allowed to like it again.
Exactly, yeah. So, you know, it's really daft how, you know, the fandom works a lot of the time. Obviously, there is genuine fans out there that love it, you know, which, you know, that's all I've had personally experience from. But the biggest, you know, the loudest voice out there is the ones that are just saying this stupid shit. It's like, just shut the fuck up. I really
You
don't
brought
care.
some smoke today, Kyle, haven't you? You got some shit to get off your chest.
I really do,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm just sick of hearing all this bullshit. But at the end of the day, if you want to throw some at me and say like I'm not a true Marvel or DC fan or anything, fucking throw it at me, because I'll throw it right back. We will throw it right back.
Yeah.
We are ready for this. This is why we did the channel, and this is why we can express our opinion. But anyways, going back to what I wanted to say is, with Thor, obviously they took it in a very different direction, and it worked. It really did work.
Ragnarok was like,
with Ragnarok,
this
yeah.
is so fresh. This is what Thor needs to be.
And they continued that, and as Mia Callum went into the cinema, I enjoyed it. It wasn't better than Thor Ragnarok.
No.
You know, it was better than. I'm a big Dark World fan. I quite enjoy that film. It was better than. It was just a little bit better than Dark World.
I think it's better than Dark World, but I fucking despise that film.
I quite enjoy it. I think it's pretty good. It's a very basic Thor film. You know, it's a very basic sort of movie, but I quite enjoyed it. But still, I had fun with this. But I felt like the more and more we went back and, you know, to go see it, the sort of like the decline I started to see.
Yeah, because we saw 4 times in the cinema. That's what we wanted
did,
to,
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
we got
wanted
to like
to
the third time, and like Callum rang me up and was like, "We need to go see Thor again." It's like it'd be like stupid if we don't go see it for the fourth time, you know, just for the Bane.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't blame Hemsworth though for going in this direction with this film. It is 100% what. I'm not going to say this is what the fans were asking for, but this is what they interpreted the fans were asking for. This is like, right, we pushed the boundaries. Let's push the boundaries that little bit more. And yeah, they went a bit too far. But we're going to get 4, 5 going in a can I speak today? Drastically different direction again. And that'll probably work. And we'll get one last Thor movie. He might be in Avengers. He's got to be in the last 2 Avengers films, hasn't he? He's at least got to be in the last one.
He's got to fucking die in one of them. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got. We keep saying he's got to die at the hands of Kang. So we can go, oh shit, Kang's a serious villain.
Yeah.
Whoever.
I don't think Kang is happening though.
No, he is.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's Kang is.
I know, but I some part of me in the back of my head is like, this isn't happening.
Well,
just some part of me.
What if you're not happening?
Well, I mean, you know, it's all opinions and shit, isn't it?
Yeah. It is.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's what we're
you're wrong.
You're wrong.
Anyways,
Yeah,
going to our next Marvel topic.
yeah.
One of the day.
Yeah, the Falcon has been replaced with a Falcon. We have got our first look at, I believe it's Joaquin Torres. He was in Falcon and Winter Soldier. He was like Sam's military guy, his guy on the inside with the military. He left him
Now,
on wings in Falcon and
before he
Winter
gets
Soldier.
into all the political
Are
bullshit.
you going to start dogging on people again?
No. Before he gets into the political stuff, all jokes aside, Falcon wasn't the only. Technically speaking, he wasn't the only person with the Falcon wings. They established that very much in the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, Riley, his
It
wingman.
was yeah, exactly. Yep. So exactly that's what I mean. So
an RPG took his dumb ass out of the sky. He felt like he was just up there to watch. God, I've watched that film too many times.
So if there's anybody out there that's going to complain about, oh well, the Falcon is a mantle that should be passed to someone, it is and it isn't. It's kind of like the whole Iron Man thing. It's like there's Iron Man, then there's War Machine, but at the end of the day, in the MCU, there's dudes with other high-tech armor.
Yeah.
And they don't have to take the mantle kind of thing. It's just they've got a suit that's highly advanced. So that's all I'm saying about that. If you want to whine about that. But it looks cool.
It does look pretty cool. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I really can't wait to see the interactions now with Sam in the air with him. And we had Steve and Bucky do a good old shield toss when they were beating the shit out of Tony. Do you think we'll get a nice back and forth in the air?
Yeah, because it makes sense.
Yeah.
Sam was Falcon. He was Falcon. He was wearing that suit. He was trained with it. And then he became an Avenger, and he was just, his technology probably got even better. Technology has probably even gotten better in this film. So it's just like everything's going to work so smoothly, and it's just going to be great to see. Just the combat scenes. I'm really excited for that. But it will be nice to see on screen that the mantle of the Falcon is potentially getting passed on to someone else. Yeah, because the Falcon's fucking awesome, man. I know I'm a big Cap fan,
Yeah.
But the Falcon is pretty cool.
And I love that they chose Sam to be Cap. It's I read something the other day, and it was like someone said, I'm scrolling through Reddit, and I believe it was someone was like, can we all agree that Marvel made the biggest mistake by not making this guy Captain America? And it was concept art of Bucky as Cap. Suit looked great. But I just looked at it and I was like, oh. And it was just getting downvoted and downvoted and downvoted. It's like, oh my god, people are actually accepting Sam as Captain America.
Yeah, I'll admit, I think I was in the, in that same boat as like, oh, it would have been cool to see as Bucky being Cap, because of the ties the close relationship he had with
we
Cap,
still might. We still might.
We still might, but I think, Sam, he's from this time.
Yep.
He is able to become the Captain America of this time. He's really able to fulfill this role because he's up to date with everything. Whereas like Bucky is like kind of
he's email.
Quite traumatized. He knows email. He's quite traumatized.
You there?
I'm here. Sorry, I'm having a slight technical issue at the moment where it blacks out. I do not know why it does that. But anyways, visually, with the metal arm for the combat scenes, I think it would have been great, and we may still get it. And we had a nice little tease in it with Civil War, but
there's a great deleted scene in Civil War where the shield goes between all three of them.
Yeah. So I mean, at the end of the day, I think Sam is great. I'm really glad that he's able to become at the forefront of the MCU, because Sam's great. I love Sam.
he's always been a great character. It's time to let him step up and become a lead
Yeah,
character. And
yeah.
now
It's kind
he's
of
got,
like
you know,
it's like with Black Widow. It's like with Vision, Wanda. Obviously Tony, Steve. Obviously you've got Steve. Obviously you've got all your main Avengers, but these guys now have a really great time to shine. I'm glad that they're able to fulfill that with
yeah,
Sam and obviously with Wanda and Vision, obviously.
yeah, no, definitely.
So yeah,
And yeah,
I'm happy with the route that they've gone.
and
I'm definitely glad that it's Sam that's Cap.
Joaquin Torres looks great. They're gonna fuck Red Hulk up together.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, they're gonna do all sorts of like. Do you think they got like a special move? You know, like they'll just like sit on like a power line and waiting for Thaddeus Ross to come out and just shit on his car.
I think there'll be a nice.
Like
I think
pigeons.
there'll be a nice callback from like one of the older films where it's like it's a move that Falcon did, and then it's a move that Cap did or Steve did,
Yeah.
and they will sort of like put it together, and then for us diehard Marvel fans, we'll be like, oh my god, that's like a nice.
My favourite move that Falcon ever did is in Civil War when the helicopter's shooting down at Bucky and Black Panther. And fucking Sam just flies in. Fucking like rolls. Kicks it near the back propeller. Was like, you crazy son of a bitch. By any other inch, mate, your leg's going in there and getting fucking shredded off.
There's a lot of good moves that Sam does in that film. I must admit, I like the little spin kick he does at the start of the film.
Yeah.
And do you know I love the Red Wing.
I love the cockiness of it. He's counting down all the.
Yeah, I like when he sort of Red Wing headbutts Iron Man as they're flying, because it's just like he's flying in front of him. He drops his wings. He goes into a dive. It's a very split-second action sequence, and he's just fucking headbutts Iron Man.
Sends Red Wing out.
Yeah. Like,
no, that was great.
I thought that was great. Yeah.
Right, let's get on to our mystery topic.
Final topic.
Back to DC. James Gunn, the other day, he posted on Threads a picture of a Green Lantern, and it's got us thinking. They've got to get some movement on this Lantern Corps show lately. So,
full discretion as well. We just put
disclosure.
Ryan Reynolds, whatever. Ryan Reynolds is obviously, this isn't really about him. It's just a cool picture of
Kyle. Shut the fuck up. Everything's about him.
It is. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. If there was a main character in this world, it would be him. And I'm okay with that.
I am fine with that.
But yeah, we got thinking, who could be Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart? I got 3 names I'm going to rattle off for Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart. And then I don't know what Kyle's got. He might have the joke on the back of a penguin or something like that. British joke.
Can I just start with mine?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Blade.
Okay. Wesley Snipes as Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart.
No, just Blade.
Just Blade.
Just Blade.
Just Blade. Okay. What, like a kitchen knife or?
No, Blade is in the character.
Blade will play. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the audition they go, "Are you ready? Are you ready, Mr. Blade?" It's, "I was born ready, motherfucker."
It's lightning time.
Yeah. There's always a motherfucker trying to ice skate uphill. So yeah, I rattle off mine. Hal Jordan, I've got a few. One I'm going to throw out there, which I don't think will happen, but could happen because he's just signed an exclusive deal with Warner Brothers, but not too exclusive. No, not Timothée Chalamet. Probably a bit too old for it, though. Tom Cruise. I think Tom Cruise would make a pretty fucking good Hal Jordan. Top Gun. What it's going to look like I've done with mine is just gone down the Top Gun Maverick cast and just gone pilot, yep, Hal Jordan. Yeah. Definitely Tom Cruise. I think he'd be a great Hal Jordan. Glenn Powell. This might be the one I want the most. Obviously, he's done Devotion with Jonathan Majors. He was in Top Gun Maverick. He's just been in that Anyone But You. He's getting about. He's going to be in Twisters later in the year. This man's becoming a star. I think he'd make a great Hal Jordan. Number 3. More people from Top Gun Maverick. Miles Teller. I think he'd acting capability.
I don't think he'd do it though, just with his experience with the superhero genre. I feel like he's a very grounded actor, to be honest.
Well, maybe Fox let him down, so he goes to DC, and DC let Ryan down, so he went to Fox. It's like that. But yeah, Miles Teller, I think he'd do a great job at being Hal Jordan as well.
I think he would, but
acting ability
again,
wise.
I don't know if he'd do it.
Yeah, maybe not. And my last pick for Hal Jordan, John Hamm. I love John Hamm. Everyone's like, yo, John Hamm should have been the Batman. No, John Hamm should be Hal Jordan. Baby Driver, he's great in that. Mad Men, I've only watched about half of Mad Men, but whenever he's on screen, as Don Draper, you're just like, this guy's cool as fuck. 100% could see John Hamm being Hal Jordan. So, Tom Cruise, Glenn Powell, Miles Teller,
Vin Diesel,
John Hamm. Fuck it, chuck Vin Diesel in there. Yeah. And for Jon Stewart, little outside the box, I'm thinking, because I do like this person as an actor. Even though his advert in the cinema pisses me off sometimes. John Boyega.
I don't think he's going to jump into that sort of world. It's the same with Miles Teller. I just don't think they're going to jump back into this type of movie storytelling sort of genre. At least for a good while, just because of it seems like they've had sort of a bad run with what they've done already in the films. Obviously, John Boyega, Star Wars, and Miles Teller is,
and another thing,
fantastic.
Another thing I'd say going against John Boyega is, for some reason, he's very against doing TV. Do you remember that whole you can't Disney Plus me sort of thing? Which he might have a different outlook on for a Max show, because Lanterns is going to be a HBO Max show when it comes out. It's not going to be a film.
Still, though, you have to be open to do these things, whether it be a movie or a show or both, because at the end of the day, this is a universe that's going to have a lot going for it. So you need that to be able to do the role. Yeah, you need to be able to accept and do a small part in a show or a big part in the show. It's like, it's like Elizabeth Olsen as Wanda. She was in the Avengers films, and she was in Civil War. She was in the biggest films ever, and then she obviously she was the star of WandaVision, but it was a TV show, and she still did it. She's and it was great.
Definitely her best performance as well in the MCU.
Yeah,
WandaVision. But yeah, no, my next pick for Jon Stewart. We all love him. John David Washington. He's just been in The Creator. He was in Tenet. Great actor. Obviously, we all know his dad, Denzel Washington. But yeah, I think John David Washington could definitely do that. And I think they want to pair up like a... if we're going to have Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart, they might want to age up Hal Jordan a bit and have him... Jon Stewart be our point of view character into the show. So I think that could work. I definitely like John David Washington. And one that has just come to not just come to mind, but this is also someone I thought, if the recasting Kang, yes. I believe it's Aaron Mollett. I believe the guy who just played Maximus in Fallout. I think he'd be a great Jon Stewart.
I agree with that actually. That you know now that you've kind of pointed that out after watching.
Fallout. You there?
Sorry, yeah, I'm just
when it
checking.
goes, you're there.
Sorry.
Trust me.
No, I'm here. I just we've spelt something wrong.
What have we spelt wrong?
Straight.
Well, that was you.
We're missing a H.
That was
sorry,
you.
That was my bad. I'm so sorry.
Kyle.
I agree though. I feel like if anyone could pick it up,
we need
repercussions
for this.
He plays a very conflicted. It seems like a very conflicted and undecided sort of person. It's like he's good, but he's bad.
Well, that's it.
Good.
From his early performance, I was thinking, Kang. Towards the end of the show, I'm thinking, no, maybe a hero. Like he still could play Kang, but I'd love to see him as Jon Stewart.
Yeah.
In the DC universe,
I'm more in for the Kang role because of just how it's like when you see Kang, it's like obviously in Ant-Man and Quantumania, Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, he's dead set on being a
that
bad
should be
guy.
Ant-Man, the Quantumania, and sometimes the Wasp.
Sometimes a Wasp, but obviously with Loki in the final of that, and obviously Loki season 2, he seems like he's able to I'm not trying to praise someone that's done something bad, but you have to give credit where credit's due. He was able to portray the character as like you couldn't really sort of like figure out where the good and the bad is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
someone who truly believes what they're doing is the right thing for the universe.
Yeah, it's like Josh Brolin and Thanos. But I feel like Jonathan Majors was able to get that even further and take that further, and I think that's probably where they've made a mistake with the Kang character. It's like you've tried to just do what Thanos did, and then just kind of do it a lot more.
Yeah.
To the point of like, okay, this really, you can tell that they've just done this because it was successful with Thanos.
Yeah. But is there anyone you'd want for Hal Jordan or Jon Stewart? Anyone you can think of?
No, because I'm not too familiar with the character of Green Lantern, so I think anything I say is a bit sacrilege. So,
well, you got any favourite actors right now?
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. A great Hal Jordan. Do you know what? A great Hal Jordan.
I just said that as a joke, not to shit on Ryan Gosling. I love Ryan Gosling. Yeah. I just said that because it's like Ryan Gosling could be anyone, but he literally could be.
Yeah.
He's pretty fucking good. So yeah.
Yeah. But one thing, we're saying some things going against these, like why they might not happen, is Ryan seems to be in the Marvel camp. He wants a Marvel role.
Yeah.
So, and it's been said now they're having meetings and stuff like that. But you never know, James Gunn might go, here's a big fucking bag of money, come be Hal Jordan. So yeah.
Play both. It's Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, he could.
He could do both.
He could do Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan.
Listen, he could play 5 characters between DC and Marvel.
Yeah.
Would not be opposed to that.
He could get his other Ken, what is it, Benedict Kingsley? He just played Bob Marley. They could just be the Kens again, but be Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
I'm so down for that. I don't think you realise how down I am for that.
No, I do.
Yeah. Right. That'll do us for today. Kyle, you got anything you want to add before we go?
No.
Okay. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. This has been Movies and Beyond. Sorry, Kyle seemed very aggressive today. I don't know what it is. He's just woke up and chose violence, I think.
No, I'm a little bit like frustrated. Not frustrated because I'm just sick of because I've said in a video before. It's like if you're gonna comment something, it's just a bit irritating that I've just said, right, why the fuck are you bother commenting about that stuff? Because I've just said in the video. If you've got a comment, we are down for it, but if it's something really stupid and outright offensive for no apparent reason, then fuck off. We are not about that, but we are open to it. To your opinions and things like that. Obviously, with a bit of thought behind them, I am down for that. So, yeah, just throw it in. I do not want to see another comment about something being stupid. It's like, oh, this can't be casted by this person. It's like, just be quiet. The fuck are you doing?
Super gluing pennies together.
Why?
It's funny. It's like cum. Oh fuck! That super glue's on my floor.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
like, subscribe, comment. If you genuinely have like a serious comment and would like to have a little discussion, we are down for that. Just please think about what you're saying, because everyone can see it.
Everyone say something fucked up about Kyle. I'll love out the comments.
That's fine. Yeah, I really I don't care. But if it's funny, I'm down for it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, show us to your mother, all that good shit. We've been Movies and Beyond. We're back. We're bringing you the best videos every day since 2011.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, that's right. What were you doing in 2011?
Watching GTA 5 leaked videos.
Oh, hell yeah. Sweet. Yeah, I just discovered wanking.